Trust. Sure, your week has been great. In this video, I would be sharing with you my expectations on yen basket and the dollar index. Okay, yen basket and the dollar index. Now, we use the yen basket to know the strength of the yen, the Japanese yen. Okay, so if yen is bearish, it means if yen basket is bearish, it means the yen is bearish. It means yen would be weak. So for example, if you plan to trade GBP JPY and yen is bearish, you look for buy opportunities on GBP JPY. Okay, so it's very important you know the trend on yen basket before you trade any of the JPY pairs. And I think on most of the JPY pairs, the yen is always the counter or quote currency on most of the JPY pairs. So when yen is weak, when yen basket is bearish, you look for buys on yen pairs. Okay, and if yen is bullish, you look for sells on yen pairs. I hope that is clear. So we are on a daily time frame for yen, and today is 30th of April 2025. So as you can see on the daily time frame, you can see at first we had a resistance here. You can see that we had a resistance here. Okay, price came back, tested that resistance, and after testing that resistance, what happened? You can see the pattern that formed. This is a bearish reversal pattern. This is a shooting star, and it indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. When a shooting star forms in an upward trend, you can see the preceding trend was bullish. When a shooting star forms in an upward trend, it indicates that the buyers are losing strength, they are becoming weaker, and the sellers are showing up in the market. It indicates that there is more demand, sorry, there is more supply than demand. That is what a shooting star indicates. So you can see after the formation of this shooting star, what happened? Price dropped. You can see price dropped, and it created what we call a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. You can see this fair value gap. Can you see that? We have a fair value gap here, and we also have a breaker block here. You can see this move was used to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. So we had a breaker here. So price came, tested the breaker, and there was a strong rejection from that zone. You can see this is the breaker. Okay, this is the breaker. So price came, tested that zone, and there's a strong rejection. Now you can see the pattern that formed after price tested that zone. It's a doji, which indicates change in trend. This indicates weakness. And since the preceding trend it was bullish and a doji forming after a bullish trend indicates that the buyers are becoming weaker. So you look for sell opportunity. So you can see APY yen basket has been bearish after the close of this doji. Okay, so where is yen heading to now? Where is it heading to? It's heading to this low. This is an area of liquidity. This is an area of liquidity, and there's a high probability after clearing all the liquidity residing at this previous low, it will come clear and fill this fair value gap it's created here. Okay, so that's my expectation on yen basket for today's market, being the 30th of April 2025. So next, let's look at yen dollar index DXY. Okay, so we use the dollar index to determine the strength of the dollar. Okay, we use dollar index. So before you trade currency pairs that have dollar, okay, the major currency pairs, 7 major currency pairs, you should know the strength of the dollar. You should know if the dollar is bullish or bearish. Okay, so you can see here we had this is an engulfing pattern which indicates change in trend from bearish to bullish on a daily time frame, and yesterday candle closed as an inverted hammer, which indicates change in trend from bearish to bullish. And you can see since the market opened, DXY the dollar has been bullish. It's been bullish. Now this pullback, now if you look at the long-term trend, the dollar is still bearish. If you look at the long-term trend, you can see it's been forming series of lower low, lower high. You can see lower low, lower high. So it's in a bearish trend. The dollar is bearish. Now every buy is a retracement. Okay, every buy, since the long-term trend is bearish, every buy is a retracement. So this buy is a retracement, probably to fill a fair value gap it's created after the formation of this pattern. So let's go down to lower time frame to confirm if a fair value gap was created. Let's go down to lower time frame. Okay, so this is 4-hour time frame. So you can see it created a fair value gap here. So it's most likely going to fill this fair value gap. Okay, it's likely going to fill this fair value gap. You can see, I think it has already filled the fair value gap. That fair value gap has been filled. So all you need to do is wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form before you take a sell. Okay, you wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form before you sell DXY. Now let's go down to 1 hour. So you can see on 1 hour. So for you to sell dollar index as it is here, okay, you need to wait for a candle to close below. Okay, wait for a candle to close. We should have an engulfing pattern here, or yeah, there should be an engulfing pattern here. Wait for a candle, a 1 hour candle to close below this low before you go bearish on dollar index. So that's my take for the dollar index and the yen basket for today's market, which is the 30th of April 2025. Okay, so that's my take. I'm bearish on dollar index. I am bearish on dollar index. I believe um, dollar index. Let's go back to the daily. Um, okay, so we're on the daily. So my expectation on dollar index before going bullish, my expectation on dollar index is for dollar index to drop to this zone. Okay, I think we have a fair value gap here on a lower time frame. I want to see dollar index pull back to that fair value gap it created. Let's see on 4-hour. Okay, so you can see we had a fair value gap here on 4-hour time frame. I want to see it come fill this fair value gap. Okay, this is where I'll be considering going bullish on DXY. Okay, so wait for price to pull back to this zone. The bullish reversal pattern forms inside this zone, then you look for buys. Okay, so I want to see dollar index sell to this zone before going bullish on DXY. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, drop it in the comments section. Also, do subscribe to the channel if you're new to this channel. Kindly subscribe to the channel and also give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.